Hey guys, Seth here and welcome back to episode 14 for War on the Sea. We're gonna kick this one off with an encounter with Task Force 7. Well, one of the Task Force 7s, because I have two. To make things a little more obvious, this is going to be the Washington SAG, I called it, Surface Action Group. The interesting thing is, I think that when the Fletcher joined the Washington's group, it got renamed to Task Force 7. Why, I don't know, but so be it. Now, what we have here is Task Force 7, the actual Task Force 7, consisting of a couple of transports, destroyers and cruisers, engaging aircraft. But I already know that the battle is not going to get limited to this, because I already fought it, to some extent. And something weird happened in the game, because I fought with Task Force 7 against these aircraft. I decided not to feature that fight, because it was just another strafing run. What happened instead was that it was not only the aircraft, but it was also the destroyers, the light cruisers and the heavy cruisers which suddenly came out of nowhere. And whereas the AI was kind enough to spawn in the enemy warships, the Washington was nowhere to be found. So I'm going to do a little bit of trickery here, and I'm going to spawn in the Washington's group by going to tactical view. We're going to immediately, or actually no, not yet immediately start. Because I might be able to reform these guys into a different formation. But I'm not sure if I want to. Can I still tell them to form up in a different formation now? Line ahead? No. Circle then. I hope that they're not all going to start colliding with each other, but we'll see. Where exactly the enemy is, I don't know. We're expecting them here. Task Force 7 is supposedly here, but they apparently are not spawned in. Two of my Kingfisher aircraft are, because they still were patrolling the area. So, let's begin. And look at what we see in the distance. Those guys over there are not mine. Those are Japanese warships, and they're already opening up. So it's now my time to return fire with the whole group. And let's first identify the boys, so that we know what we're shooting at. I haven't even identified, or I haven't even radared them yet. So everybody, activate radar and sonar. Just to confirm. Nope. I still don't quite get how that works. Selected units, ceasing radar mission. No, start your radar emissions. Fuck's sake. I want you to activate your damn radar. So you, and Fletcher, radar. Ceasing radar operations. This makes no fucking sense. If I click radar, I understand that it wants to turn on or off. But now, for some reason, they all decided to turn them off without really wanting to turn them back on. This is one of those things that either I don't understand or the game doesn't really do well. Anyway, we have spotted the enemy fleet. And it is identification time. Target unit 6. I think it's a Hatsuharu. Torps, turret. Yep. Next target. 2 torpedo tubes per... Is that a Matsuki or a Wakataki? Torpedo tubes double. Bridge looks a bit like a horseshoe. I'm going to say that's a walkie-talkie. Then we have another one of those mystery cruisers, which is either a Kuma or a Nagara. Now, in case you're wondering, where the hell do the Japanese conjure up all these ships? How do they still have those? The game does keep track of which ships are still actually alive. The Tama and the Oi have been sunk, so those things cannot be spawned in again, but Kuma, Kitakami and Kiso can. So those boys are probably still in the fight somewhere. This is either a Kuma or its counterpart. I don't exactly know. I'm just going to say it's a Kuma because for all intents and purposes they might as well be. If I'm not mistaken, this would be an Aoba. Target identify as Aoba. And then you do strike me as a Megami. Now, targets for each of the ships. I want the Washington to engage the Megami. Target Washington attacking Megami. Wichita attacking Aoba. Let's say the Juno is going to be attacking the Kuma. No, not both of you. Just the Juno. And then we have our destroyer screen. I'm going to treat those as one unit. So Souffle, Halford, Nicholas, Waller, and Fletcher. All target Hatsuharu. Alright, and I suppose we can begin. There are also more aircraft coming in. Another flight of Zeros. They seem to have no shortage of these boys. Look at that formation down there. That looks nice. Now we are engaging them head on. Which is, in my case, fairly unadvantageous. Because it means that I'm not bringing all my guns to bear. So we're going to do a hard port side turn. And see if we can bring all the guns to bear. Because they are starting to cross my T, and I don't really want them to do that. Solution, 92%. So solution is good. In the meanwhile, we have a couple of airstrikes coming over. And some of these... What happened to you? You got a starboard turret on fire. Anybody else hurting? No, they all seem to be fine. Unlike one of the Japanese ships. It's either Aoba or Miyoko that we have already wounded. Alright, this is a decent enough course. Pretty much parallel at this point. Although maybe a bit more. Now one thing that I noticed that I found weird is that some of my destroyers are out of torpedoes. See? I don't recall giving any order. Even the Juno has launched her starboard torpedoes. Whether that was recent or not, I don't know. But they all seem to have launched either some or all of their torpedoes. So, where did they go? Because I do not recall any fight where I launched my torpedoes at them. But apparently, the game does. The game thinks that there is something that happened. That's not a priority, the flooding is. Now, how are they doing? Which ship is breaking formation? Well, actually, they're not breaking formation. I think it's the Megami that's coming in. Yeah, it's the Megami that's been hurt. Was hurt. Because she just put out her fire. One of the Kuma / not Kuma class cruisers has been hit. But I'm a bit concerned about Wichita. That fire needs to get killed off soon. We have lost the control of the bridge. Okay. This is going to be a slugfest no matter which way you spin it. I just hope that I can kill them faster than they can do a lot of damage to me. What the hell? None of the destroyers are attacking? Nope. They're just not attacking. And it's not like I lost contact with them either. Alright. One by one then. Halford. Attack Hatsuharu. Even the Juno has ceased fire. Jesus, come on. Nicholas. Nicholas and Waller. Let's try it again. Attack the Kuma there. Fletcher. Attack Hatsuharu. There we go. Fletcher's turning to engage. Nicholas, Waller, Juno, Halford. You guys saw me give those orders, right? Souffle, Halford, Nicholas, Waller, Fletcher attacking Hatsuharu. I didn't tell my ships to leave. So all of a sudden they decided that leaving, I don't know why, was in their best interest. Or at least they ceased fire. What are we shooting at them? Well, not much, because both of my turrets are out of commission. Apparently. Or are we still loading? No, those things are wounded. A and B turrets have an issue. What's the range? 10,000 yards? 10,000 yards. Okay, Waller, do you still have torps? You do. Excellent. Target Mogami. Give me a spread of 5 torpedoes. Let's set them up on a 4-degree deviation. Hold. Torpedo launcher turning. Fire. I'm hoping that by the time the torps get there, the ships will already be sunk. But if not, then this is sort of a... let's call it an insurance policy. Let's call it that. Fletcher. That one can't launch anyway. If I launch like that, I might hit the other DD here, the Waller. Let's not. Wichita status. We have 5... Stop. Not... Stop repairing compartments which are really not critical at the moment. Fix floodings and fix fires. That's the priority. Now the Japanese are hurting. I think it's both of their Kumas which have taken severe damage. Washington is fortunately still firing, not taking any damage. Damage? Heavy. Crap. Seeing as they're all coming towards me, I think I don't have to worry too much about torpedoes. I just want to stay on my course, but I could slow down a little bit to ensure that any torpedoes that were coming this way are not going to impact at least Wichita. Juneau has flooding. Stop repairing or non-critical compartments. That's critical, the funnel. That's a fire. Now you can stop. Now you can repair that flooding. Flooding. Fire. And fire on the starboard fire director. Or the second fire director. Looks like the AI is changing course, which is bad news for my torpedoes. Their smaller ships are definitely taking a beating, but their larger ships are not. I don't like that at all. Washington, what are you engaging? Yeah, you're still engaging Mogami. Give me a narrow spread. With a solution this good, we should be able to fire narrows. There she goes. That's the Mogami. Not seeing any list developing yet. Although this one seems to be a little worse for wear. Damage control. Flooding is being tackled. We got engineering which is being tackled. Another flooding over there. The ship has sustained some damage, but I think we can fix it. Are all my DDs still firing? Yeah, they are. Good. Your range is about 8,600 yards. Alright. Any chance we can spot those torpedoes that are launched? Not here, anyway. Oh, there they are. I think that's the spread. That means that if the Alba continues her turn to starboard, she might take a hit. That would be great. Don't focus on that flooding on the bow. You really have to tell the AI exactly what to do, or they will pick wrong priorities. Oh, incoming torpedoes. Hold on a moment. I'm not sure what she's targeting. It's not the Wichita. Could be the other ships behind her, although the Washington... Well, maybe the Washington. Alright, I want the entire formation to speed the hell up. Because if it is true that the Washington's coming under attack, then we need to be away from here. At best speed. Let's do a slight starboard course correction. You're on fire. Starboard propeller got knocked out. You're working on the fire here. That's not a priority, that is... There, right? Yeah, right there. Those torpedoes still inbound? Those are the... Yeah, here are the inbounds, these are the outbounds. So we're not going to hit the Alba. Weller's breaking formation with Wichita. No, that's not really what I had in mind, but okay. I need to make sure you don't speed up too much. Come on, Waller. Turn back. Is the Mogami dead in the water? Oh, she's hurt, but she's not dead in the water yet. Okay. Wichita status. 1 and 3 is left the engagement range. I think that that's the enemy aircraft. Because my Kingfishers are still here. Juno, how are you doing? You're comparing, or you're repairing an absolutely non-critical compartment. There you go. Wichita has contained the fires and the flooding. Well, no, she's working on the flooding. Crap, I shouldn't have clicked that. This course correction that I'm doing does mean that I'm directly heading towards the enemy fleet. Which means that if they really want to, they could torp me again. Ah, there are the torpedoes. Looks like the other ships might be safe from that as well. More by mistake than by design, probably, because I don't think that they're very much aware of having to break off. Oh, you got another fire going. Stop repairs on... Or sorry, start repairs on this. That compartment is toast. Fix the turret. Torpedoes are not terrible. It would have been great if I had double the salvo size. So just make a larger wall of torpedoes. Looks like that's not happening. Albus seems to be in sorry, Mogami seems to be in trouble. No speed at all. Okay, in that case, manual fire time. Where's the Mogami? Here's the Mogami. Exactly there. Hatsuharu's toast. Excellent. We can see the inbound torpedoes, and it's the Waller that seems to be taking them. Although the Waller is fine. The rest of the torps should slide by harmlessly. Excellent. We are really, really, really close. I should have turned the other way. Still have some torpedoes here, but those DDs are moving too fast. Anyway, with that ship done... give me control of the Souffle, Halford, Nicholas, Fletcher... All of you guys, you need to pick a different target now. Switch to the... Oh, there goes the Mogami. Well done. New target for you. Narrow spread, non-manual fire, engage. What's the status? You still have a fire. Port side. Stop repairing that turret. Go back to controlling that fire. Wichita is definitely going to need some repairs. I'm going to have to send her back to port just to get fixed up. Let's see, is everybody still shooting something? Souffle, yeah. Oh! Careful now, sir. I'm going to take manual control of the Souffle before she rams the Washington here. Anybody else doing something stupid? No, the rest of them seem fine. Now, Alba's still coming in. Range is 5,000 yards. Could really use a kill shot on the Alba at this point. Even the secondaries are doing their level best to kill off that ship. I really hope that she doesn't start torpedoing me now. If she does, I'm going to have some problems. Shall we say. I really did a number on you there, Wichita. Good hit. Yeah, she is getting ripped apart. I'm hoping that her presence there is cancelling out any torpedo attack that they might want to do. Not sure. Okay, you guys are almost done. That's fine. Fix that. Fix that. Halford's also getting mauled. How am I going to fix this ship? I've auto-assigned the funnel for repair. That's fine. Ooh. More damage. Alba is sinking. Kuma is sinking. That just leaves 2 more ships alive. Wichita and Washington. Engage the Kuma. Everybody else. Focus the Wakataki down. So far, I haven't lost a single ship, but this battle is not done yet. I'm really hoping I can put these guys down very, very, very soon. Because then I can focus on the repair effort on these ships. Critical damage on Wichita. I'm going to slow you down. Now, I found a problem with the formation system. If you break off with the formation leader and then tell everybody to form up around the Washington, for example, your whole formation becomes one huge mess. It's really not something that I recommend you do or try, because it is frustrating to see your ships all run into each other. Fix that flooding. Moderate flooding, she can still do 50% speed. Halford sinking. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. I know that you took a few hits, but I didn't know it was that serious. Fix that fire. This thing's 30 seconds away from being fixed. How are you guys doing? You're not looking too hot either. Well, aside from the fires. Still, if I can trade 1 destroyer, or if worst comes to worst, a destroyer and a heavy cruiser, for 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 2 destroyers, I will take that trade. Because I'm still coming out better. Hit. She seems to be flooding badly. Not that I'm doing much better. We have another DCP standing by. No fires currently. There's no flooding that I can fix because the compartment's red. Well, this one maybe. Because the integrity is not black, so we can still fix it. Kuma's done for. Leaving just the Wakataki. Which, considering that she's dead in the water, should also be dying. There she goes. Alright. Now supposedly I can just leave without losing any ships, so let's try that. Yep, okay. There is critical damage aboard Waller and Wichita, but only the Halford has actually sunk. So this gave me another 47 command points. And more importantly, got rid of another couple of cruisers. So, the ships that were damaged were Wichita and Waller. I'm going to detach you. So I'm going to split the groups. And you are going to head back at best speed, because this is the only place where they can get repaired. The main port. I cannot repair them anywhere else. Now then, TF7. The actual TF7 should be capable of getting towards Guadalcanal. Provided that we're not coming under more air attack. Fuck's sake, really? Yep, there's more air attack. One air attack fended off. No aircraft were capable of doing any serious damage, although one of my Type C3s got moderate damage. At this point, we might be able to drop off the cargo. Yep, there we go. I can evac, or I can drop off. And I want to drop off. Unload all cargo. But... yeah, there we go. You have dropped it off to Guadalcanal. Time to drop off the critical supplies that we need. More supplies. Then we have another C3, which carries more Marines. At least I'm thinking they're Marines, and more supplies. So now I have 6,000 troops and 6,000 supplies over there. Let's hope that that's enough. And time for Task Force 7 to finally, after all this time, make its way back. No, not in this weird zigzaggy pattern. Straight home. And I'm hoping that I'm going to encounter anything else. The sneaky boys are still en route to home. They could use a few more torpedoes. Gato hasn't been doing much of anything. So let's just have you patrol the area over there, ensuring that no other Japanese task forces can enter the area. TF9 heading home. We can have the Kingfishers do another scouting run to ensure that there are no actual Japanese ships sailing around here. And I can still launch... yeah, it's early enough. I can still launch another aircraft from the Washington to scout ahead, at least a little bit, to see if there's anything in front of those damaged ships. Not expecting it, but you never know. Now at this point, Guadalcanal should be looking a lot better. We should have a lot more of a fighting chance. Enemy aircraft have been spotted near Task Force 9, so be it, but that is an encounter that I'm going to do in a different episode. For now, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see if we can finally take Guadalcanal. I have troops, I have supplies, now it's down to these guys. And yes, I know I can bombard, but I'd rather save my ammunition and deal with any potential further Japanese shipping. Thank you for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next one.